Oh, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. This defense for the Pats, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number?
Taking it right down Broadway. The 40. The 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Looking to throw. Carmichael. That'll be taken in by Anderson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The Bills at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets your point.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. It's Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Patriots are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it. And often
and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that,
he's got a man complete. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Pats are going to take over here up near the 40. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Patriots. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Going back to Allen, he's got him again. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen forced out to his left. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? And now here's a carry heading left. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well,
yeah.
Right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Hands it off out of the gun. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Back to throw. Carmichael. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
From the 44, Allen looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Allen now looks to throw. And this one too low.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On play action, Allen. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Allen on third. Got a man, it's London. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Whipping one into Allen, that's complete. Touchdown, Bills! A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills are back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-17. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, Carmichael. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, Carmichael. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Carmichael. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Allen Lazard, 34 yards. And the Patriots will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. From the 30 on 2nd down, Allen. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, first down. to the air. Allen. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 23 yards the pickup there.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pats at the line, ready to go. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Looking to throw on second down. Carmichael. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Allen going to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Allen's throw taken in by London. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
Over the middle, complete. It's Connor. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they work this out past the 25. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Carmichael. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have a Patriots first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. On 1st and 10, Carmichael. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, what looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Carmichael. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Allen. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Allen. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Now Allen. This pass is caught by London. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
142 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Well, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Carmichael. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone, and with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays, eat up chunks of yardage, and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
One final try here for Allen. Finding Allen. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, here it is. They got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like.
He's got a man, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. This from 51 yards for the win. It's on target, and it's good. From 51 yards out, he drills it. And it'll be a good time in the Back Bay tonight. The Patriots have won the football game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing.